I can. It's easier once we're move along this line. In theory. There he goes. So the jaws, okay, when that's open, you keep your hand on it. We'll let that slide on there. Once that's released, that locks in the event you're coming down. Okay, so that locks under the rope. You can't fall any farther than what this is going to allow you. It'll be easier to demonstrate once we get this on the line and how you're going to move out to the edges of the roof, because you're going to have to do it incrementally because of the corners that are on this building and the potential for swing fall hazard when you're at the corners. So there's one way we're going to try to mitigate that, and that is using the rope lifeline in incremental stages to see how much room you've got to get out there.
Now all these type of, what do you call this kind of rope? A grab rope? What was it?
Rope lifeline?
Rope lifeline.
Yeah.
They're all in a particular diameter. They're always one size.
5/8.
5/8.
Yeah,
So
5/8.
there's no chance of getting wrong size rope or.
You would have to pay attention. I think there are some lesser size, like 1/2 inch, and then there's probably some 3/4 inch too.
What would be dictate the different sizes for your project?
Just the manufacturer. Oh, you talk about, yeah, I've never seen, Capital Safety doesn't have another size other than the 5/8. That's the only one that they have in their catalog.
Okay.
But, I mean, if you had a larger one, I wouldn't worry about that too much. What we're looking for, probably the most important part, is that whatever equipment you're using is limiting the maximum arresting forces to 900 pounds. Okay, that's what all the engineering is based around, is that 900 pound maximum arresting force on the worker. That's also what transfers to the structure. So OSHA says that the MAF, maximum arresting force, has to be 1,800 pounds or less. Manufacturers, most of them have reduced that in half to 900 pounds. That's pretty much an industry standard now at this point. But there is equipment you can get that's still 1,800 pounds. And that's a lot of force on the body. So try to stay, obviously, away from that. It wouldn't be compatible with this system that's here because the engineering, like I say, is based around 900 pound maximum arresting force. So, now I don't know, Toby, how are you guys gonna, I guess you'll just keep this down here, you'll climb the ladder with your equipment.
You just hook it when we get to the top, yeah.
As soon as you're up there. Yeah, so I'll take this up with me. If somebody else wants to get a harness on, they can come up with me now, and then we'll take turns with everybody else getting up on the roof. Any other questions or anything like that at this point?
Probably have some more.
Yeah.
So there's a line on the roof.
Yep.
That rope connects to the line and then connects to the other.
Yeah. So one thing you're gonna have to also think about before, if you got 2 people going up on the roof, let's say, you're accessing back here in the corner, you got one lifeline on this side to get around to the other one. So think about where each person's gonna be working. Person that's going to the far side needs to go first, and then the second person. 2 people can actually work the corner, this front corner, at the same time because of the way the lines come together there. So you could have 2 people in that area. You just have to figure out, like I say, how to get yourself there, tangling yourselves up.
So when you're transmitting the ladder to the roof, will we be protected then? When do you?
That's
orient first.
You can, one of the lines is pretty close, you can pretty much hit onto it from the ladder if that little, what's that piece called that slides along?
slider.
The slider is right there, but.
So it just happens to be right there and you can do it?
Well,
We could kind of,
to get off the roof too, you gotta bring that slider back over there. So it should be left there almost automatically anyway. But in the event that it's not, I mean, it's something you guys are gonna have to be, I guess, guys, conscientious about is getting that slider back to there so that when you do get on the roof, you're able to make this hook up pretty quick.
that's a good point, yeah.
Unfortunately, you know, without like a fixed ladder and it being guardrailed along there, you do, and because we're not able to leave this up there permanently, this rope lifeline, there is this intermediate part where we're kind of unprotected for a brief period. Once you get off, you're climbing the ladder, once you get off the ladder.
We needed something like this for that crane that's a period.
Yeah.
That 41.
Which one's that?
One of our rolling cranes that needs some roof repair. It's a steel roof, and so.
Is that ladder tall?
Bit short.
That as tall as it goes?
Yeah. Oh no, that's still bad. We need a taller ladder too, yeah.
Supposed to be, what, 3 feet?
3 feet above.
Guys, I don't know if you guys can see from down there or not, but the trolley is right here.
Yeah, I can hear it
And,
actually.
the hook is connected to that trolley that's on the cable. So what this does, like you say, is it lets you travel through your intermediate supports without having to disconnect. So you can go from A to B to C without having to disconnect from the system. The way you're going to get up here is you're going to transition around to this side and then onto the roof. Now if you're just working in this area, you don't have to go any farther. You're on this system. Kind of what I was getting at here. So if you're moving out to this edge now, you've got a 3-foot lanyard on your back. So what you want to do is see how far that's going to let you get. Not run all your rope out there and then figure out, okay, you're in a position where you could actually fall. Still can't get to where I'm going. Release that lock, bring some more rope with you. Does that let me get to where I'm getting? Pretty much. Yeah, and I can't now
Go over
physically
past
fall
the edge.
off the roof.
Right.
Like as hard as I try, I'm not going to get there. So that's the way you have to move out to these roof edges. Through here, transitioning over here, you may have to change the length of it. I'm still good. I can't get to the roof edge. One problem is when you're coming back now. So as you're moving like along this edge, because the system's back behind here, you do have a swing fall hazard here. I'm about maybe 8-10 feet from my line right now. How much clearance do you think I have? If I was to fall here,
Yeah.
I'm probably hitting the ground. So you're gonna have to shorten that and just be careful where you're. You know, there's 2 edges that's going to be an issue on because we couldn't have anything anchored down in the living roof area, so we're limited to where we can.
Otherwise, you'd have ideally you would have an anchor.
I would
point
have another
below.
one back in this area. Yeah, ideally.
But in all situations, yeah, you would like to have an anchor point the same level as your feet.
What's that?
I guess you would probably like to have that anchor point same level as where you're standing on.
Yeah.
Not necessarily too high.
Well, always behind you, and yeah. So let's go around. Oh, see, I'm gonna have to let more up. So the one, because if I'm already up here and I run down to that corner, there's not a trolley still here for the next person. So
But at this point, aren't you kind of 6 feet from an edge, so you could leave it here and walk yourself down to that one,
Well,
technically, or kind of like right there?
yeah, I mean, I could in this area. We'll have to measure that, see if that's more than a 4-foot fall right there to where you're standing. It's right about
Probably 4 feet, yeah.
right about 4 feet.
Yeah.
I think you'd probably, if you're staying within this, be okay. We might have to just say, you know, second person next to you can't transition through that.
Is there,
Because I could go down, make my connection over there then, and bring the trolley back to this guy.
what, like connected there and,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Because once I'm into definitely this area, I'm protected. I don't need to be on this anymore. So I could,
Right.
in theory now, move my equipment. I'm going down here to work. Make my connection there,
And then, alright.
and then
Alright.
bring you the trolley back up and still be tied off when I get out to that.
If the second person's coming up, can they already have, like, can you hook their rope on and they can kind of pull it back around, or I don't know if that'd even,
So you're saying,
like now, if you had that guy's rope, you could hook it onto there and they could just kind of almost pull it back to themselves, or I don't know, that would,
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
ridiculous, but yeah, okay.
no, you're right. I mean, first person that comes up could put the snap hook to this, throw them the rope
Their
over
second
here,
one. Okay.
and then they're already connected. So,
Okay.
but you do have enough rope, you know.
You do,
to,
yeah.
Come on, bring this over to the next person.
Okay. Cool.
Don't matter.
So a little trick I just figured out on those Ozzy was, yeah, if you kind of go up on it first, and then it releases, and then you can slide it down.
Okay. So if I were to, again, go to the edge of that roof for whatever reason.
So and when you're doing that, you're probably gonna want to, you know, in the center of the roof, and then work your way out.
The best to throw the rope out there first.
Yep. Come up first.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Now you're strapped. You have to turn around there. Yeah, there you go. So you probably got a little bit too much.
Too much, yeah.
Shove that up and lock it. It is slippery up here and it's wet, huh? And
A little bit, yeah.
You should check it before you
yeah,
walk away.
lock it. Yeah, get locked on there and then.
Too. Okay. Like you were saying, if I wanted to actually work on this, if I wanted to take a look at the edge of the roof, whatever it is that this operates.
Well, it's more that side he's worried about, right?
Okay,
Because
so
he
we'll
can
wrap it
swing
up.
down.
And, if I wanted to go to the
So
far
yeah,
corner.
when you're coming back, you're always going to be feeding that back up the
Oh,
rope
okay.
to reduce your fall clearances.
Okay.
This one,
Yeah.
I'm sure the elements will
We were just gonna get some like 5-gallon nice new buckets and
I
pack it
see.
all in there inside, so
I
we,
guess as long as it's protected
so
from
it
the
stays
elements,
nice, yeah. I guess we
Okay.
could leave that up here, but
And to go around, I saw you had to actually. It will still go around, did it?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Again.
It all takes getting used to.
Yeah, as you can see, we haven't done this. So, okay.
So obviously you're working in this area.
Uh-huh.
You can be tied to this line. Far corner there. You could be on either or, so you can have two people down in there. And then on the front side, so the south side of the building there, especially where the sunroofs and stuff are,
Yes.
would obviously require you to be tied off in there as well, and you'd be on that second system.
Okay.
Our shock absorbers, the intermediates are just tip over, so they tip over.
I see. Okay.
This actually has canisters and like an accordion type fold up metal accordion in it that would dissipate the energy so that the roof isn't impacted.
Great.
Solid.
Yeah. Is this a recent addition? This system?
Be brand new, like a
Oh,
week ago or something. You installed it? 2
Okay.
weeks, yeah. So,
Okay. Now, if I wanted to I wanted to go through the process of checking them, putting on that end.
Yep.
Okay. So find a way to get up here.
Oh, I got you.
It's a dancer.